If you want to be annoyed by a fragrance's performance, then Calvin Klein Free may be the fragrance for you. What is going on, mates? In today's little video, we're just going to be looking at Calvin Klein Free, a fragrance for men. Now, when I picked this one up from Chemist Warehouse, I don't know, like 3.5 years ago, it only cost me $30 for 3.3 fluid ounces or 100 milliliters of the fragrance itself. Nowadays, at Chemist Warehouse, this costs upwards of $55, so into the bin it goes. Look, I think some Calvin Klein fragrances smell incredible, but perform absolutely terribly. Like, I'm talking about, like, there are worse drugstore fragrances that you can pick up for like $5. Here is the bottle. This is CK Free. Now, because today was incredibly hot here in Victoria, I wanted to wear a fragrance that I knew wasn't going to stick around for very long. Something that was cool, refreshing, and a little bit revitalizing. And on days like today, a fragrance like Calvin Klein Free actually makes sense. Up the top, you get a little bit of star anise. It kind of reminds me of like Ribena or a blackcurrant juice. You know the one that I'm talking about? It's very vibrant, it's a little sweet, fruity, and once it dries down on your skin, and believe me, it dries very quickly, you're left with this very lightly masculine cedar note. It's quite nice. You really shouldn't buy CK Free. It's not worth the money, especially not at $55 to $60. But if you were given it as a gift, I can understand why some men would have like an emotional, sentimental attachment to it. But unless you cover fragrances like I do here on YouTube, your money is better spent elsewhere. Like, with all seriousness, do what you can to avoid this fragrance because it's not worth the $60 it costs right now. All in all though, your money is better spent on literally anything else. But if you're looking for something that you can just chuck on after you work out at the gym, something that you can wear after you shower, something that's going to uplift you and be refreshing, something that's going to dissipate quickly and it's not going to stink out a room, then a fragrance like Calvin Klein Free absolutely makes sense. However, it does not make sense for $55. It barely makes sense at $30. If you can find a bottle for $5, I think at that price point it's pretty good. And also they have a deodorant spray for about $10 Australian, 10 or 11 bucks Australian. I would recommend that over the eau de toilette of CK Free any day of the week.